Sorry.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Critical Hit It. I am going to die after this stream is done. I've already picked out a plot. It's in my back garden. I'm just going to go and dig that hole and fall into it because our audio is now working now that I pressed the buttons that let our audio work. Oh my dear God. Today is not my day. Okay. People can see us, people can hear us. Is that...
I think so now, yeah. People seem to hear us, yeah.
We played D&D and we went down to a temple and we fought a demon dude. There's a bunch of bugs following Airden. Amy's got a magic sword that Laura's character wants, and that's where we currently are. They have locked themselves in a room while a whole bunch of shadow creatures slowly encroach upon them. There's also an angel dude who has expended a lot of his powers, and a demon dude who gets on Airden's nerves. They're all there in the room.
That's enough for them to go off.
That's enough for you to go off, because I just gave a massive exposition dump and the audio was not working. Luckily, Daniel has it all recorded, so in the podcast version of this, you can get the full backstory.
That's true, yes.
Yes.
I'll explain the Discord stuff again later. I'll do it after the break, or just before the break.
That's good.
That sounds good.
Daniel does have a bard's tale, and a bard's tale that will set the tone nicely. Since we missed out on the draft thing. Backdraft? No. Catching up. Recap. There we go. That's the word.
Here we go.
Brain's working. Daniel, would you please help shift all these technical issues aside and bring us into the fantasy world of D&D that we are playing in today?
Sure. I'll try.
Thank you.
This happened when I was young, even for an elf. Lady Mara, apparently pleased with my training, had told me to accompany her to the village for supplies. It wasn't often I was allowed outside then, and the chance to interact with someone other than my mentor was appealing. It was a long journey down from the lonely castle, but we walked in the heavy silence that I had grown accustomed to. She was a teacher who taught more by example than words, and when she did speak, it was usually harsh. We were standing on a forest path in front of a large human man who had moved silently out from the trees in front of us. I hadn't even heard him move. Lady Mara hadn't reacted, so was this some sort of test? I scolded myself for letting him get this close. I knew my mentor would be displeased, and I resigned myself to the punishment that would come later. The man looked between us, and without warning, drove his fist into my stomach. I doubled over, and as I tried to straighten up, he hit me in the face. He was so strong. I looked up at Lady Mara for help or even some explanation, but she stared passively down at me. Defend yourself, I thought. I was useless. He beat me within an inch of my life, and every time I looked towards my teacher, and even when I called out to her through broken teeth, she kept staring at me silently. The blows eventually stopped. I looked up from the mud to see the human nod at Lady Mara before he moved quietly out of view and back into the forest. She leaned down towards me. For a moment, I thought she would help me up, and then immediately felt foolish for even thinking it. She finally spoke. "Did I help you?" she said slowly. I shook my head, confused. "Who will help you?" I thought for a moment, the blood from a cut in my forehead blurring my vision. My heart sank as I realized the lesson. Me. I have to help myself. She stood up and waited for me to follow her back to the castle.
Thank you.
Thought I'd join in with everyone doing a bit of a downer kind of story that makes them feel sorry for their characters.
Everybody does depressing bad's tales, don't they?
Happy people don't go fighting monsters.
Yep. You said that last week, and I was like, when I was editing, and I was thinking, yeah, that should be like the subtitle for it.
Excellent. Where we ended was a bit of a mid-combat cliffhanger. Where we are going to pick up is we are going to pick up from where we left off, but out of initiative order. We know that Zagrell is flying. He is quite high up, and we have Amy groveling. Everyone else is scrambling, holding doors shut. We have Xander, the tiefling that Airden gets on with so well, currently leaping from pillar to pillar to try and parkour his way up to get Zagrell. But before we jump back into initiative, I want to just do a quick, having you guys describe and define what you're currently doing, and have a quick discussion on where we're going to go from here. So Amy falls to her knees and begins to grovel. How does Eden respond to this?
I don't remember where I am. Am I anywhere near her?
So you were popping off eldritch blasts
all
from
I got left.
near the doorway at Zagrell. So you can easily get close to Amy, but it was Amy and Airden at the front of this chamber, and Eden and Anakis near the rear with Sheniel holding this door.
I know this probably won't work, but can I go over and try and help her to stand up?
Yes, absolutely. When you try to help her stand, Amy feels this compulsion to keep herself going down. Amy, I would like you to make a strength athletics check. Eden, could you combat with a strength or a constitution ability check? It's not a saving throw, but there aren't many skills associated with constitution, unfortunately.
Yeah.
25.
9.
Unfortunately, Amy is too strong, and she forces the two of you down. You can easily maneuver yourself out the way if you want to not get dragged down to the ground with Amy, but your attempts to stop her from groveling don't succeed.
Okay, well if she can't get up, then I'll not on the ground, but I'll stay by her side. If she can't get up or can't fight or can't move or anything, I'll stay.
Also, while she's groveling, she'll release everything that she's holding, which will include the Fey Blade.
Oh yeah, I'm picking that shit up.
Why? That's not true. That,
Eden
grovel
wants
doesn't
it.
mean drop. He didn't say drop. He said
It
grovel.
didn't say
So,
drop, but
I'm going to argue this. That command is the first thing that comes to my mind when you get given that command. It's why DMs can, screw you with it. So I have to be so careful. So if he said grovel, I can still be like, I need to keep hold of this blade. But I can be like, I don't even know what you say when you grovel, to be honest. But,
It's
Who
groveling.
is it that you're
groveling not
groveling to?
please,
Please, yeah. Please don't take... I don't know, please don't. Because it depends on who you're groveling to.
Well, it's the demon guy, isn't it? So, but it wouldn't be he didn't ask me to give him the sword, I was let go.
No, so what's... You
personally.
don't really know what you're groveling for. That would be my argument.
It's
Or
your
does
call.
it depend on how you would be groveling? I think if does it matter I picture groveling like forehead, hands on the floor, groveling, or is it just on your knees? I think it depends on the intention of the grovel, what the grovel would look like.
Yeah, but the problem is Amy didn't have a specific intention and he didn't give her enough of a... It's very confusing. Basically, I personally would say that dropping the sword wouldn't be part of it because, if I wanted him to drop the sword, I wouldn't have used grovel as a word to use to make him drop it.
if it was something like
This is just, but this comes down to DM ruling, though.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
but,
if it was something just like kneel or to show fealty or something like that, that's something that you can envision like knights and things, sort of like taking the knee and still holding on to the weapons that'll have control of their faculties. The fact that he commanded you to grovel is essentially you letting any negative upset and emotions sort of overwhelm you for just that moment, and you are begging for your life. And so that would entail fetal whimpering, slamming to the ground and trying to pray, or like holding your hands up to try and ask for something. Like all of that implies and goes with a lack of bodily autonomy for a moment.
But if I ask someone to grovel next time with command, they better be dropping their stuff. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm having that locked in.
If you command someone to elicit any sort of emotional response, or command them to do a thing that has an emotion tied to it, then yes, anything that would go along with that.
Fine, locked in.
So anything like cry. I'm sorry. I think this is interesting. Like cry would do the same thing, right? So like we're talking about like anything. Beg, would beg do it?
Can I get this spell?
Grovel, cry.
Beg, I would say would be straddling it. Possibly. I suppose it would depend on how desperate.
I feel like this looks like begging to me. So that would, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose so.
So I suppose you would like that. I feel like then you would drop things. Like you said, kneel doesn't sound like it doesn't affect your hands, right?
Yeah, because it doesn't imply
but
any
begging,
emotions either.
Yeah, but I feel like crying would, or
yeah.
It's fine. Like as long as it's a party member taking the sword, that's fine. My thing was that if I dropped it and then he came down and took it, it would be a bit.
Oh yeah, he's 60 feet up. He is by no means getting that sword back.
Cool. Fine, carry on.
What about Anakis? She's currently by the door with Sheniel.
She was helping Sheniel to shut the door because those shadow ghosts were coming towards us. I don't see like how it's going to work because the ghosts will come through the stone wall, surely. But let's go for it anyway. I'm going to shut the door. Come on, Sheniel. She says. Dodgiest Welsh accent.
I remember it was a big trial between Eden, Airden, and Anakis, all trying to like get this door open in the first place, and now it's
it's going to get shut.
And me, I was there.
You were. I'm trying to remember exactly like.
I was the first one there, but sure.
Yeah, it was me and Amy first.
Yeah, I wonder.
That was it. I don't have detailed notes of exactly who pushed doors.
Push the door.
Come on.
Also, like I think Airden was like helping, like. Yeah.
Just sort of.
Didn't someone turn into Didn't someone take a gaseous form or something at some point?
Yeah. Eden.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to push the door.
So as you and Sheniel both push this door, grinding the stone against stone, it finally falls into place, and you can feel the door get colder as these creatures approach from the far side.
What, from behind the door?
Yes.
Right, I'm just going to create a bonfire. Like, I'm going to tell me and Shaniel to step back and just create a bonfire. I don't think it's going to work, but within like a 60-foot line, just fire. See what happens.
Is this specifically wall of fire, or is this the
it's
bonfire?
It's just create a bonfire.
Yeah. All right.
Cantrip.
Bonfire. So we've now got a bonfire near the door. We've got Eden with the blade. Airden.
So these bugs, right? Half of them are listening to me.
Yes.
How does that work? Can I just like command them? Is Airden able to? Does he know this? Can Airden try and work out how to use them?
Can you command them into a mountain and then climb them?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know, or just like get them to climb on top of each other and like grab him and drag him down or something. I don't know.
Or they make like a rope and you could like
like
rope?
I can make them into any shape, right?
That's
like
awesome.
I'm thinking of it like nanobots. Can I command them to like surround me like a suit and just like what is the limit here?
The limit is. Have you seen Big Hero 6?
Yes. I don't really remember.
Do you remember the villain of Big Hero 6?
No. I remember
No.
the big white, like, blob guy.
Have you seen Ninja Batman?
Baymax.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, what was that, Kerry?
Have you seen Ninja Batman?
Ninja Batman?
Yeah.
No.
So there's this bit in it where, oh god, I've forgotten what the creature was. There's loads of creatures all come together and form like a giant like mech thing, and then loads of bats come and form a bat suit on the form of creature. Watch it, just watch it. It's good.
Okay.
Amazing. Essentially, yes, Daniel. You can see while they're in front of you, they take the form and shape of whatever you sort of mentally command them to do.
Is it a variety of different bugs, or is it like all beetles? Or
They're
is there
all
like
beetles.
Okay.
This is amazing. I'm kind of picturing, because we're doing references to pop culture, the end of The Mummy, you know, the Brendan Fraser, like just like a wave of them just crawling over everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
great.
essentially that.
I think Airden is probably gonna, like, laughing maniacally, just like stand on them and get them to like raise him up like a pillar, like they're just climbing on top of each other, just creating a platform. And I'm just gonna try and get as close to Largas as I can.
All right. So everyone's got the thing that they're doing while Amy is incapacitated and groveling.
Yeah, sorry, Amy. Airden's gone power mad. No time for
With insects.
no time for helping friends.
But Eden is standing right next to Amy, wielding the blade, ready to protect her. Amy, after 5 seconds, you realise that your face is stained with tears, that you have nothing in your hands, and that you are crumpled on the floor. Your throat is feeling a little raw. It feels like you've been like dry heaving and sobbing for the last few hours. Unfortunately, it's all just sort of come out in the last few seconds, while your brain was co-opted to grovel the hardest you've ever grovelled before.
Okay.
What would Amy do in this situation?
Grab my shield, because I presume I've dropped that. Although it's attached to my arm. Have I dropped it? I don't know. Anyway, pick up my shield. Doesn't really matter. Reaction. Okay. Get to my feet. So, how is Airden getting up? Like, is it creating one pillar that I could potentially run up after, or is it like kind of disappearing as he walks?
I kind of pictured it as like they're all forming underneath him and pushing him up. Like it's a constant moving, living, like, support thing.
But is it like an angled ramp that they are constantly extending, or is it a pillar emerging, your foot goes on it, and then another pillar emerging, and then when the third pillar comes up, the first pillar goes down?
Yeah, the second one.
Okay.
Sorry, Kerry, that's how I imagined
it. I'll like wipe the tears from my face with an arm, and then lock eyes with Lerga, and smiling. That's what I do. I'll hold my hand out to Eden without looking to take the sword back, and say, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'll just say that it's okay. Like, you're making evil choices, but I'll show you how to be good again. To the guy, not to Eden.
Yeah.
Making that clear.
I was going to say, Eden's been keeping Xander in check. As he's hovering in the air and hears you shouting up to him, What evil? What have I done?
I mean, you've got intentions.
Truly. You've witnessed death come from the hands of those that are closest to you. And yet me, what harm have I truly done? I've unearthed an ancient marvel.
Yeah, but you're not using it for good. What are you doing to this guy? You're like sacrificing a guy. That's evil.
Caught
He
me
is.
out.
Sorry, he is sacrificing another demon, right?
Yeah, but it's still a lie. Kind of.
Demons are evil. He's killing an evil thing.
It's still evil. Sacrificing.
I'm saying this is
Basically, that cancels each other out.
This is also Airden's kind of inner monologue. Like when he says, "What has he done yet?" It's kind of like, well, I don't actually like. I like him. He's a demon.
But what?
like,
But what are the
Right,
reasons
can
for
I-
sacrificing a demon?
Can I throw a spear at him?
I
Javelin,
think
whatever it
at
is.
this we will drop back into initiative. Everyone roll a d20, add your dexterity modifier, and let's see how the rest of this unfolds.
14.
8.
6.
19.
Ooh, nice. Eden will react first. So you'll see that Amy's suddenly intending to attack this guy. What
I've got
will
my hand held out to the sword, but it's up to you if you get me obviously. But you suck.
Can I pretend like can I just ignore that? Pretend like I don't see it?
Are you going to use it? Because it's a good sword.
I don't need to use it. No, I'm just gonna pretend like I don't see it.
Wow.
I'm gonna go just with the usual Eldritch Blast because that's all I got left.
All right.
I know that's boring, but what am I say? 22.
22 definitely hits.
Right.
We established last time as well that his armor class is 19.
All right. Okay. And then that's 2 d10s, 2 beams. $14.
14. Damage. There we go. Right. So as you blast him while he's in the air, he tries to use his wings to shield himself, and as he brings his wing up in front of him, it catches the brunt of the Eldritch Blast, and then he tries to swing his wing out, and the second blast catches him off guard, as if he wasn't expecting it at all. As you recover from casting the spell, returning your arms to your side, he will then look at you directly in the eyes, and you'll feel this slight drop in your stomach, as if you'd just fallen a few feet and then caught yourself. Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this charm? Because I have a bonus against charm. The charm effect?
It is a charm effect.
Yes! Okay. All right. Okay. Elves for the win. Okay. Wisdom. 23.
23. Well, in that case, that is all that you feel. Just this slight drop. And then after a few seconds, he seems to realise that nothing else is happening and move his eyes onto Airden, who is moving towards him slowly. But ever so slowly. Next is Amy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check.
Yes, we are just sorting a thing out. So he has just tried to deflect this Eldritch Blast and not managed to. He's been hit with the full thrust of it. But Eden's taken this Fey Blade. Something inside you sort of pulls towards it, almost like something's trying to get out of inside you. Lurgas, or Zagrell, however he wants to style himself, taunting you, forcing you to grovel to your knees. A few flashes appear in your mind. You hear screams on either side of you, seemingly from each shoulder, as both of the voices that you have heard throughout your life are screaming at you simultaneously, so loudly and simultaneously that you cannot discern them and you can't tell anything that they are saying. And just everything around you feels like it's closing in, and that everything is being taken away from you, and that you have no recourse left. And then something at the back of your mind whispers to you, so clearly that you can pick it out from everything else that's going around you. And it alerts you to the fact that there is something that you can do. And for a brief moment, you become fully aware of the things that you can do. Would you like to describe what happens on this next action?
Yeah. Are we going with what I said?
Yes.
Okay. So when the screaming stops and the whisper stops, my head drops. Hair sort of falling. Oh, I don't have long hair, but around my face. And then, first of all, Eden would notice as my shoulders start to shake, and then a laugh starts getting like slightly louder to the point where it's sort of echoing around, even with the noises going on. And then I look up and lock eyes with the girl. My eyes flare a bright light. The two huge radiant wings unfurl from my shoulders, and I kick off without looking at anyone else and fly. Probably can't. Well, yeah, I think. I mean, probably technically can't get up to it, but for effect, it would be more interesting.
You could dash up.
Yeah, I mean, it's technically used an action already, but...
Oh, is it not a bonus action for this?
No, but flavour, right?
For the sake of flavour, I think zooming up to him is an apt description of things.
So I fly straight up past Airden. These wings, they're kind of ethereal, like, you know, they kind of waft over you, but they're not. You feel like a slight warmth pass across you as they sort of flap through you. And I stop, like, face to face with the girl and grin and say, "Let's even the playing field, shall we?"
Airden.
Oh, okay. Can Airden just be like, you know, baffled for his turn? No, I don't know what. Okay. Yeah, I feel a bit put out. Like Airden was doing his big like bug lord thing, and it's just like almost there, and like, oh, okay. Oh.
Thunder stolen, Airden.
Just make the bugs move about a bit and stuff. Maybe like they can come up and do like a kind of.
Come up next to me as like this big like evil presence. Make the bugs do wings. Side by side.
Something that might be worth pointing out is that if you are covered by a large amount of stuff, say like a chest-high wall or some other covering like an arrow slit that would leave some of you exposed, but you're still protected in some ways by stuff, like maybe surrounding yourself in bugs. That gives you a +5 bonus to your armor class.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's either advantage or +5 to dexterity saving throws as well. I'll need to double check. That's...
I'm presuming there's like a finite amount of bugs, or can I just like keep like summoning more and I don't know, bringing them?
There is a finite amount of bugs, but practically speaking, there's an infinite amount. But like, if it starts to get ridiculous, if you want to like flood the room with bugs, then that would be like the limit.
Can I change the shape of the bugs into, instead of like a pillar kind of pushing me up, like a kind of make them into like a shape of, I'm thinking like Green Lantern shit. No, I'll make them into a set of stairs kind of leading up to within, maybe not right up to Lurgas, but like, more in range, so that kind of everyone else like Eden and Abby and Eden and Anakis and what's the guy that I hate, Xander, he can kind of, they can all, I don't know, they're not all stuck on the like on the ground looking up type thing. Just like open our options up a bit is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I mean, who knows, like in the next go this guy might be taken down to the ground, I don't know, but that's probably Airden's thinking. I think he's kind of at a bit of a loss and just like, okay, I'll just...
Oh, I feel really bad now.
Sorry?
I feel really bad now.
Why?
I feel like I stole your thunder.
I mean...
No, it's okay. No. I don't think Airden had a plan. He was just like, bugs! I have power. I don't think he really knew what he was going to do with it. Which is also like Daniel didn't really know what he was going to do with it either.
Zagrell, seeing Amy in front of him with these wings, will initially cross... No, he won't. He will initially cross his arms over, have a large smile on his face, and then fall backwards. But then he'll catch himself in a reverse somersault and realise that he's used his plane shift today, and so does not have it available. So what is he going to do? He's just going to go and try and scratch you up. No, he wants that sword. He is going to elicit an attack of opportunity from both Airden and Amy. He is going to dive down and try and wrestle that blade from Eden. So both of you get an attack of opportunity, Airden and Amy.
So how does this work? Just like a normal attack roll?
Yes, it is a single melee attack.
Right. Do I add on like what I normally would?
Yes, so your proficiency bonus and strength or dexterity, depending on what kind of weapon you're using.
22.
22? That hits.
Yeah, I've got 6 for hits.
Nice. Yeah, roll for your damage.
Oh, right, shit, yeah. Sorry, it's been a while.
Yeah, no, it's alright. No, not that one.
Which one are you? Yeah, I'm doing the same thing, like, which dice are you? Okay, yeah, right. You've got an 8 on it, there we go. 12.
12. It's 12 slash... Oh, but it's a magic one now, isn't it? So it's 12 because of that.
Yeah, if I remember rightly, my sword is still...
on fire.
On fire as well, so I do fire damage as well, which is... 3 fire damage.
Alright, and Amy.
So I got
single attack.
20 to hit.
That's just enough to hit.
I'm just looking at my smite dice. I'm trying to do it quickly.
Does a smite cost an action to activate?
No, it's just on a hit. It's just
Okay.
You just expend a spell slot to smite on an attack. It's just an attack.
Then do that. That's fine.
So I need 4. So it's 7 slashing damage plus plus 29 radiant damage.
And is this with your usual longsword?
Yeah.
Yeah. 29 radiant. That's quite a fair whack. Almost reaching Eden levels.
Oh, my smite damage levels. What do you mean?
Like Eden's spells do a hefty amount. Anyway, 63. There we go. So he is diving down, and when he reaches down to Eden, getting slashed up by both Airden and Amy, he will then try to grab the sword. Eden, you have a firm grip of this blade, and so you can give me either a strength athletics or a dexterity acrobatics check to try and keep a hold of this sword.
It's going to have to be dexterity. Natural 20.
Nice. I rolled a natural 1.
God damn it! That's supposed to be useful when you're like, I rolled a 19! That's okay. That's alright. I'll take it. That's fine. You failed anyway, but fine.
So yeah, he will land down on the ground, throw his hand forward, grip around the hilt, and try and wrench it from you, but your arms are solid. He does not manage to pull it away from you at all.
I pop him one in the nose. I'm not a good puncher. I'm not a good puncher, not for damage. just for the cheek of it.
Next we have Anakis.
Well, I can't really do oath. I've got. I know he's resistant to cold damage, isn't he? I think we established.
Yes.
So there's no point. I've got nothing. I have nothing. I've got plant growth, so I could try and.
You run over and hit him with your staff.
Oh my god! I can spider climb up the wall.
Oh, he's on the ground now.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can go and hit him with my staff. What else was he resistant to? You did tell us last session. I'm not just trying to get it out of you. I think it was pretty much everything.
Yeah, so cold, fire, lightning, and poison.
Oh, okay, so I could slash him.
You could slash him, but non-magical weapon attacks he's also resistant to.
So I can't do my primals. Oh, I could do my primals average, because that's not... primal magic. Yeah, that's not going to work. Does anybody need healing?
I think I do.
Do you?
Yeah, Airden always needs healing.
Airden got stabbed in the gut last time.
Yeah, I'm on 7.
Oh,
I do have
7.
the boot curl though.
You do have? Oh, you do.
You will have no idea what I want to do.
You need to explain it.
Nah, it's best. I think if you just leave it. Imagination.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can I? I'm gonna hold my action until till the shadow things come through the. I'm gonna go over to the wall, over to the other side of the room, and just wait for the shadow ghost beast things.
So you're going to go and sort out the room security.
Yeah, just make sure there's no shadow comes.
So you've got this bonfire sort of laid against the door.
Yeah.
So you're just going to go and like...
I don't want to stand in front of it. I'm going to stand like 20, 25 feet away from it so I'm not getting burnt, obviously.
Yes. You're not
oh, where was Nutkin? Where was Nutkin? Did we revive him last week?
Nutkin
got burnt.
Yes.
Oh no, I took his damage.
Yes. You got in the way to protect him.
That look Drew did was like, oh, not kidding.
I'm sure I took his damage.
Yes.
Why do I still feel like you're gearing up for?
I feel like something's gonna happen. Me going to stand over by this door is not a good idea. Clearly, something is gonna happen.
I presume Nutkin's this side of the door with us.
Yes. Nutkin is with Anakis.
Okay.
Nutkin is there. But yes. So we established that like Nutkin took some damage, but Anakis like took the brunt of it.
Don't you dare hurt him again. If you hurt him, I will hurt you.
Nutkin's in no danger right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Between Airden, Eden, and Amy all suddenly having access to different things than they had at the beginning of the fight, it's certainly seeming like there's more things to worry about than Nutkin. Although there is the temptation of turning Nutkin Super Saiyan just to. No, let's not go
I have
crazy
nothing
here.
prepared. I have nothing prepared. Like nothing. There's nothing that will help me. I've got like locate object. I've got healing. I've got fire, and that's it. And lightning. And he was and water. That is it.
Yeah.
I have nothing. So
you didn't get us here. Like the locate object was essential to finding out like where to go. You guys had several like branching options, and you found him immediately because of this.
Yeah. Well, I could cure myself actually because I'm on 15. What am I on? Oh no, I'm alright. I'm on 15. I think I'm just going to investigate the rest of the room. Actually,
Okay.
I'm going to do that. See what I can find.
The rest of the temple. Okay, so a general investigation will usually take like a few minutes and things. I'm trying to think of... give me a perception check rather than an investigation check. See what you spot.
Oh, 21.
21.
Yeah.
The victim on the altar has already carved into him a mark of Ayala. That's already been carved into him.
Is he a dead or alive?
He's alive. He's squirming.
Okay, I'm just going to go over and comfort him. Is he gagged?
He is.
I'm going to remove the gag and just comfort him.
He'll look at you with strained eyes, but you can tell that he's got no control over things. The mind behind those eyes can't do anything.
Okay, I'm just going to try and study and see if I can help then whilst I'm there.
Alright, so you're at the altar. Anakis will, while she's at the altar, sense an emptiness in it, and a complete and utter absence of the Feyweave. It is a vortex of death, it feels like.
Nice.
Eden will similarly, now that Zagrell is trying to hold onto this blade, having the blade in Eden's hand, she can feel something inside it. It's beginning to vibrate slightly, but she's able to keep a good firm grip of it.
There's a demon inside it.
It's almost as though your grip is feeling tighter without there being any strain on your hands. And you can start to feel some heat emanating from the blade.
is there anything on it? Like if are there like markings or anything written on it, or?
There doesn't seem to be anything written on it, no. The blade is segmented, but made out of one solid piece. So it's a solid piece, like, folded to make it look like it's different sections of blade sort of layered and melted onto each other. But it is one solid piece.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on with everything I got.
Alright. Do you want to try and attack him with it? You can try and stab him with the sword.
Is he holding on to it, or?
He is holding on to it, but he's not, like, mechanically speaking, he's not grappled. And we know that his grip was weak anyway, so you can just, like, yank it back and stab him.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, wow. I don't usually swing swords. This is fun. Okay, what do I do?
You roll a d20
Okay.
to make a melee attack. Since
Okay.
this counts as a longsword, as
Yeah.
long as you're proficient in longswords, then you'll be able to add a proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
And you get to add your strength modifier.
Or subtract, you mean?
Or subtract if it is a minus.
11 is my total. Oh, do I get my attack modifier in there as well?
Your attack modifier will be those two numbers added together. It might be dexterity or your spell ability.
That's my. Do I get my spell? That's my spell attack modifier. Do I get that on my?
Not on a sword attack, no.
Not on a sword. Okay, so I just get the roll, which was 12, and then my strength is subtract 1. That's all. Yeah.
And then the proficiency modifier, which is +3 at the moment.
Is it? You're gonna have to tell me. I'm sorry. I didn't even write it down because I don't use.
Are you proficient in melee? Is it what is it, a martial weapon or?
Yeah, elves are proficient.
Oh, of course, yes.
in-
Elves get longsword
Yeah.
things, don't they?
Yeah, longsword, longbow. We get all those things.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
High elves
I didn't
and
write down. Yeah, I know, right?
It's
Yeah,
plus-
proficiency with longsword, short sword,
It's plus
short
3.
bow, and longbow. 3?
Yes, +3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 14 then.
14. 14 is not enough to beat his armor class, unfortunately. You'll swing the blade in a big heavy arc, and he brings up his wings and blocks them, catching them between the hooks on the end of his wings. He then tries to rip his wings apart, trying to grip the sword in between them, but you easily pull it out the way before he manages to do so. Is it just the one attack that you get? I imagine it would be, actually, given the current level of things. Anything that you want to use your bonus action for? Trying to think of options that you've got at the moment.
Am I allowed to summon my patron? Can I try?
It's not a usual ability that you've unlocked, but you
If not, it's just a question. I wasn't sure if
you can make a
only because
charisma
he
ability
has a
check.
stake in this.
Yes.
So extra murdery help might be good if the price is right. So
If you give me a charisma ability check, that'll allow you to send like an emotive near telepathic communique to him, sort of letting him know.
Yep. Okay.
Bit
Yep.
of danger. Could do the hand.
Help, please. 18, 19, 20, 17, 18, 19, 21, 21. Why can't I count today? It's embarrassing.
It's all going wrong.
It all is today.
Okay. So 21 for the charisma check. And let's see how he responds to that. Okay. Right.
Help, please.
Enver will stand rigid for a moment and then take on this regal stance, and his eyes start glowing bright green. You can tell that he is currently being controlled. No words come out of his mouth, but in your mind, you can hear the telepathic communication from your patron. He asks, "Do you have it?"
Yes, that's technically yes.
He then points out that because there is nothing of nature there, he can't manifest. He either needs the altar destroyed, or for them to be some foliage, or a living being that's willing to act as a vessel, but they won't survive it.
Okay. Okay, what's the altar made out of? That's where Anakis is, right?
Yes.
You can make plants, right, Anakis?
There's a nod.
Yeah. Is that all we need? Is just a plant? I mean, that wasn't very specific.
Well, I haven't got. I don't have, because I've not got. There's no life really, is there, down here? I've got plant growth, but that's a 3rd level spell, which I can use. I don't really need anything else that would be of use in that spell slot, to be fair.
I will ask, but you don't have to, but...
Okay, that's alright. Yeah, let me just see if I've not got it anywhere else.
Or you're also very strong. You can destroy the altar. Those are the...
I don't think my strength's very good. Where is it? Where am I looking? No?
Weren't you carrying
There's
Zagrell all over
rubbish.
the place?
You
I'm
turn
rubbish.
into an animal.
My strength's 11.
Smash
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Well, I was going to wild shape, yeah, next round.
Yeah.
Guys in the chat reminded me. I was like, yes, wild shape, so I'm going to do that next.
Yeah.
I'm just finding my wild shape stat now. So I'm going to wild shape next.
Alright.
So yeah, I can either wild shape or I can plant growth, whatever. Whatevs.
Whatevs.
What would you prefer me to do? I could do both. I could plant growth and then do my wild shape.
Do both. Do both. Go crazy.
Is it my turn now? Is
It's
that
not
why you're
your
all
turn.
looking
No,
at me?
it is
Oh, okay.
Amy's turn next.
I'm just shouting at you for
Anakis!
Anakis, make a plan! Please!
Make a little ficus or something.
Make a ficus!
Next it is Amy, for one of the few times in her life feeling a sense of clarity.
Yeah. I was going to do something, but I don't have the health to do it.
Do you have the health to do it?
Yeah.
See, no.
I was going to let myself drop 60 feet with my sword out onto him, so he would presumably take the bludgeoning damage of me falling. But I would take the falling damage too, and I don't have the health for that. For 60 feet worth of falling damage. So... I just can't do it. It'll be fun though.
Someone's making a noise. Can anyone else hear that?
I could, yes.
It might be, what kind, I don't know.
It's like a
rumbling.
microphone near. Yeah, like a...
It's gremlins.
There you go, I can hear it now.
I can't hear anything, so I don't know if that means it's me or what. It's either me or Drew, because we're the only ones. Not me. I don't know what to do about it, it's me.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's you, Amy. As soon as Kerry, as soon as you take me back. Sorry, it's alright. It's only intermittent.
Yeah.
So I can hear
Is
a
it
little
your
bit.
hair? Is it your hair?
That's not where my mic. That's not where my microphone is.
Oh.
My microphone is here.
I have no suggestions.
So like I can hear it, and it looks like it's coming from the downside when I can hear it.
From me.
There do seem to be two sources of interference now.
Right, I'll mute myself. I'll mute myself until I'm needed again. Okay.
So on Daniel's end, there's like a slight static fuzz. On Amy's end, it sounds like I don't know, like
rocks.
Yeah. Like.
But nothing's happening. There's nothing near my microphone. There's nothing like
Yeah. It might be the wire connection or something. There's nothing we can do about it right now, so I apologise to everyone in the chat and watching, but just bear with us through these technical issues. We will try and sort them during the break, which should be in about like half an hour, 45 minutes. And then we'll...
It is still really bad.
No, it's not. It's not bad. It's just a little bit there.
Right, okay. So what are your thoughts on the whole falling thing? Do you think I could fall it and then he take the bludgeoning damage, but then I use the wings at the last minute to stop myself taking fall damage?
There's a physicist somewhere watching that is going to have a field day with this. I think because of how unorthodox this is, we're going to count it as an attack.
Yeah, that's fine.
You won't get to use your proficiency bonus. It'll be an improvised attack. But rather than the standard amount of damage from an improvised weapon, this is going to be really unorthodox. Basically,
but I'm going to do it with my sword. Can I not do it as like a sword attack that I can falling damage?
You can, but since the method is unusual, we're not going to have the proficiency bonus. But yeah, if you're using your sword, dropping down, just trying to land on it, it's an unusual way to do things. But I think if you fail the
Can I still
attack,
smite?
yes, you'd certainly still be able to. Like, it would be like in all other ways, like a normal attack.
Right. Okay.
But I think if you miss, that would be you taking the fall damage.
Right. God,
like
okay.
you misjudging.
Oh, okay. It's either hit or die, basically. Then. Oh, I'm going to do it though, because like.
Yeah, it's you or
right.
him.
Okay. So what do I add to it? Do I add nothing to it? It's a straight roll. A strength. It's strength.
Yeah, it would be your strength added to it, but not proficiency.
That would be a 22. 22.
That's enough to hit.
Can I have beforehand? I want to bonus action cast Thunderous Smite on my sword.
Okay, so you cast a Thunderous Smite, dropping down, and then trying to get him with the whole.
Yep.
I think
it's a bonus action. You said the drop was an action.
Yes, but because you didn't declare it beforehand, and there was it was basically like
come on.
I mean, strictly speaking,
you're doing this. Exactly. You're only doing this because, like, I'm trying to do something unusual. You don't want to give me extra.
No, that is not the case at all. I think that generally speaking, there's been a lot of allowing unusual things to happen. It's just. It's largely the ordering of this particular thing, because the Thunderous Smite gives you that larger advantage thing, and you didn't declare it beforehand. It's basically now that you've seen that it has worked, then you're willing to cast the Thunderous Smite.
All right, whatever. I was going to do it before, but it's fine. I'll just do this. That's fine. Whatever. All right. Okay, what am I doing? What am I rolling?
It'll be your sword damage and smite if you're using smite.
So 3. And the falling damage, so 60 feet. What's that? A d6 per 10 feet. So
yeah.
66.
So that's 66 plus the sword.
Yeah. I've done this all sorts of wrong. Alright, so so 8 slashing damage first. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 smite damage, radiant damage. And then 12, 17, 28 falling damage, whatever you want to call that. Bludgeoning damage, I guess it is.
Yeah. teleportation. Why did you not? Just letting you know, I liked this NPC. He was good. He was fun. That is enough to top his hit points. That is his hit point total gone.
Okay.
So that's him dead.
What kind of dead? Is it like if you got a bit of healing in him now, would he?
Yeah, if you cast a healing spell on him, how do you want to describe the final blow?
I think just when I see him like drop down, towards Eden, I see that going on. It's kind of like tilt my head.
Ooh. Is Kerry frozen for anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Can you still hear us, Kerry? Well, I suppose we can't hear your response. So.
Yes. I've just received a message full of expletives.
Worst timing ever.
It's coming back on. You describe. I'm coming back. You describe if it's still on. It is still on. So I describe. Okay, that's fine. You describe the final blow. Move on. Oh okay. The wonders of modern technology. So Kerry will be back as soon as possible. So Amy dropping from a great height with a sword. Everyone's seen Final Fantasy VII, that clip with the dude. No?
No, I'm uncultured.
Some dude with big hair stabs a lady after dropping down. So it's basically that. She drops down with her blade, stabs it right through his back. He lunges backwards. Then as she pulls the blade out, this radiant light erupts from the wound, and then she just swipes the blade across the back of his wings, just cutting them. And then he collapses down to the floor, unconscious and bleeding.
Unconscious? Not dead.
He is dead, but rescuable.
Dead.
He will die
Mostly
if he doesn't receive medical. Yeah, mostly dead. He's dead if he doesn't receive medical attention.
If he doesn't get some cure wounds.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we will drop out of initiative because there's no immediate threat. These shadow beings on the far side of the door, they seem to be trying to cool the door down. The bonfire ably keeping that at bay, but you can see that the flames are starting to cool off and die down a little bit.
I just cast Create Bonfire again.
Fire.
Control flame. No, I'll do Control Flames and make it bigger. I'll do a different one. I've got 2 fire ones.
So you've got the Fey Blade, Eden. It looks like it is wanting to be collected. How are we going to proceed? Let's start with Anakis. What would you
I'll
have
cure.
been doing next?
I think I want to tie him up first.
Okay.
I want to tie his wings and then his hands and his feet, and then I'm going to cure him. I'm going to give him 1d8 plus 4 with the healing. 9 points restored.
9 points restored. Hey, Kerry's back.
Back.
Yay!
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Your moment of triumph. It was
I know.
the worst timing ever.
Yeah.
Gone.
I'm just glad it wasn't me this time.
Well, it's about time it was my turn, wasn't
Right. 9 points healed. So
He's all tied up though, and I'm
Yes.
gonna, when he comes round, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna use Thaumaturgy and in a big demony voice, just say, "Don't move." Don't move in a really demony Welsh voice. Don't you move. There we go. A bit like that. Don't you move.
he will see immediately that he's tied up, that he's bound, and will just keep his mouth shut.
Okay.
I feel like somebody should be standing there, like, ready to stab him. Like,
yeah, well, like, can I wrap my hand around his throat?
yeah.
Hang on,
Whoa.
I've just revived him.
Actually, can I wrap my hand around his throat and lift him up into the air?
You will be
Are we
able
wanting to kill this guy?
Amy, everyone else will notice, still has glowing eyes and glowing wings erupting from behind her.
Is you a demon?
So can I do that? Lift him up so his feet are off the ground.
Mm.
And while I'm looking at him, I'm going to say over my shoulder, I'm going to say, Janielle, that's a strange choice of form, but pleasure to see you again.
It's good to see that you've remembered who you are, Amriel.
Yes. And then I'm going to look at the demon. Why? What did you want with the blade?
Sheniel, moving to be right by the side of Amy. He looks like he's keeping quiet for some reason.
Hang on, so do you three all know each other? Oh, sorry.
Wait, do I know of him now? Do I know any more of him currently?
You don't know any more of him. He's not one that you know of, but you'll suddenly have a bit more knowledge of the workings of the underworld and where Sheniel came from. The former of which you as a player will have a bit more knowledge of because of the Saturday game. But yeah, so you've got a bit more of an awareness while in this form.
And just to double check as a player, if he died, right? Because he's not from hell. It's just.
That's right. Yes.
Right. Okay. So looking at the demon again, I'll tilt my head and say, "There's a voice inside me saying to spare your life, but you're not from here. You die. You'll die, unlike the rest of your friends that we've put down already."
Friends is a strong word. Subjects. I prefer the word subjects.
I'm sure you do.
Just because you've learned a little something about yourself doesn't mean that you're any better, Amy. Just means that now you can flit around on pretty little gossamer wings.
Give me one reason why not to slit your throat right here.
Whoa.
I'm going to badge over and be like, hang on a minute, what the jump is going on right now? You two know each other? What was this in the previous life? Some sort of fling gone wrong?
Yeah, let's slow everything way down. Can I do anything with the bugs? Can I just bugs and just make them apart or something? Or like, I just want
you can. Essentially, while you've got control of the bugs, you can use them to reproduce a lot of cantrip-like effects. So things like mold earth, but like with bugs, so you can create like a 5-foot barrier in one turn, and so you can build that barrier up. You can use them as.
I just want to like separate them and just. Can the bugs hold them or something?
I'm going to create bonfire between them both and just make them stand back.
I like this Amy way better. Well, you guys are like, whoa. I'm like go, Amy!
I just don't know what's going on. Airden's just like, what?
Yeah, I think
He
Anakis is
doesn't
very
have
much
to be
the
alive
same.
for us to figure it out. Let her cut it off. Come on.
I'm just completely baffled. I'm just like, the fuck? I've never come across demons before, and now I've been living with one for months, and I didn't have a clue.
Wait. Amy? What? Are you a demon?
She's an angel. Are you an angel? No, she's a gossamer.
How would I answer? Drew, you tell me how I would answer those questions.
I think Amy might very well still be like not 100%. Like this is something that lasts for what, a minute?
Yeah, it's probably getting close.
So
to
yeah,
where-
as it's getting on, like I think more of Amy is beginning to assert herself, and the Amriel is starting to fade.
I'm just gonna cast some bonfire and put it on her arm and see if it hurts her.
I mean,
No.
it will hurt me. So thanks.
If it doesn't hurt you, then you're a demon. Surely, that's the rule of
It
thumb.
still hurts.
Which?
And also, fire will do as much to you as to demons as a tiefling. But shot.
I'm technically not fully fledged. I just look like a demon.
So, all right. So, feeling that it's starting to wear off, and that it's causing like issues with the party, I'll turn around to Eden and say, "Well, he's done the most wrong to you, so I'm going to leave it in your hands." And I put him down in front of Eden, and then on the very last few.
Kerry, can't really hear you.
Well, you're going again.
Oh yeah, she's gone. Oh,
I'm going to go over and heal the guy on the altar.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Kerry. We're getting you like cutting out a lot.
It's like you're in slow
Am I out
motion.
here or no?
No.
Hello?
Kerry.
Oh,
Oh, no, she's gone.
We'll get all this sorted at the break.
yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Abby, what were you saying?
I was going to say I'm going to go over and heal the other guy, but interrogate him at the same time and find out who he is.
can you still make me a plant?
If you want one. How big do you want it?
Hi,
Right.
Kerry.
Yes.
Sorry. Internet's too bad. I'll try and fix it in the break. I don't know what's going on.
It just seems like connection speed or something. It was like digital
Yeah.
slur or something.
Yeah. Am I okay to finish what I was on that bit, or did you move on?
You might have to go back a minute though, because I don't think we got the last bit
Oh,
of it. You're about to say something to Eden. That's
I'm
what we
laying the
heard.
demon down. I missed that bit, what you just said.
You're just setting him down in front of Eden.
Okay, so I lay him down in front of Eden, saying, "You deal with him." And then on the last bits, while the wings are starting to like fade away, I return to Chanel and throw my arms around him and kiss him as the wings disappear, and I turn back to Amy.
Our first snog.
Does Amy remember that she's Amriel?
Yeah. Does she remember she just kissed him?
She's like, what am I?
I don't think she does. I don't think she would. If she has no recollection of this ever happening like previously.
Oh, this is like neighbours or something. This is great. It's not at all.
We could just take the piss out of her.
That's a good point.
Teaser.
We've not properly talked about after
No.
the actual thing. That might be a fun way to mess about with it. I
Like
think
the things you do when you're
Yeah.
really drunk.
because
The things
this-
Amy does when she's a demon.
What happens when you're an angel stays when you're an angel?
because this is all in
In
flux,
front
we
of
can
everybody
change it
else.
about a bit as well. So that's the advantage of something like this. We can change it, and it can be something has changed that's changed how we're handling it. So for the time being, we'll have Amy be a little ignorant of it.
So, when I actually kissed him, like it was still the last few. Yeah. What does he do?
He returns your kiss affectionately. He holds your face in his hands, and then when he feels that Amriel is gone for now, he then disengages, sees that you're a bit dazed, holds you close, and whispers into your ear, "I will find you again, Amriel."
No.
Yeah, just kind of like foggy minded.
Hungover, stay. Ugh. What was that?
Xander, at this point, will slowly slide down the pillar that he stopped at and clung to for the last few minutes.
Help me! Brilliant.
So Zagrell, he...
Yeah, I'm like, well, can I put like my foot like on Zagrell's neck? But I want to be like looking at like at Amy and going like. So cute. Okay. I would still kill you.
So yes, I'm sure that'll elicit the occasional while your foot is on his neck. He will force out, though. They will come for it.
I'm not keeping it.
Best not. Whoever has it will die.
That is not my problem. Plant. We have a plant yet. Do not have a plant. I don't want to hold on to this thing anymore. Like,
So is Anakis casting plant growth? Yes.
She is, yes.
All right.
It works within like 100-foot radius, 150-foot radius, or 100-foot radius. But I don't think there'll be anything down here, will there?
There are always things, roots, fungi.
I mean, you'll be able to take your pick, Eden, by the sounds of it.
is there like does it have to be something with leaves, or is it just any kind of
Just
plant?
Any kind of plant.
Yep.
Any kind of plant? Any kind of plant then.
So yeah, Anakis will be able to encourage the roots that are just on the outside of the stone walls to push through. You can hear the grinding of the stone as it's shifting out of the way. These very pale, white, almost clear and see-through roots are pushing their way in, creating this web on one wall.
Oh.
And
Nice.
you will then see a large green hand reach through between some of them and grip a bunch of them together, tangling them up. And then they are lifted up out the way, and as they're shifted out the way, instead of stone wall, you can see this lush forest. And a head shifts into view and pushes its way through. It is Seldar.
Oh, is that? No. Where did you pop from? Where did you come from?
So we've got a Fey, a demon, a Tiefling, some weird dude in a trench coat, and the usual party, and a bunch of bugs.
Yeah.
Pie. Let's get some whiskey.
What?
Can I just make a wee note just for atmosphere and stuff? I think this whole time Airden just made himself like a throne out of bugs, just like sitting in like an armchair, just watching people.
Like a footstool.
Yeah, like it's even like stupid shit that he doesn't need to do. He's just amusing himself while he's watching this. He's no idea what to make of it.
Seldar, standing at his full 9 feet tall, large antlers scraping against the pillars slightly. As he stands there, he looks down and sees the Fey Blade in Eden's hands. You have it.
I said I would get it, and I did.
This place is evil, but fitting. It is a place of sacrifice. Sacrifices are needed to enter. Sacrifices will be needed now. He will then hold out his hand to take the Fey Blade.
I'll say no.
This is a trade.
Indeed. You are correct. I must tell you, Eden, before you commit to this trade, I will require something of that sword. And it is something that I feel perhaps would be best sought in this place. This place of sacrifice, but also hidden away from the world. Every century, the Fey Blade loses an amount of its power. It needs to constantly be energized, and that is with a sacrifice. If the Fey Blade ends the life of a being, its essence infuses with the blade and dictates how the blade can be used for the next century. If an evil being is killed with it, the blade can only be used for evil. We currently have in our presence a being of great good that would by far power the blade in ways incalculable. That blade is useless to me unpowered, Eden.
That wasn't the deal. The deal was I got you the sword, I get my power back. That was the deal. You're not changing it now.
I have altered the deal.
Pray I don't alter it further.
Unexpected Star Wars. Do not betray me, Eden.
Me betray you. I've done what you asked, and now you're asking for more without offering me anything. It sounds like you are betraying me.
Zagrell, at this point, will pipe up. See? It's what they're all like!
I'm gonna say, shut up! As my foot is still on his neck. Stay out of this. I'll deal with you later. One asshole at a time.
Selendar seems to stand unrelenting.
Could we all hear that as well? Like,
Yes. He's
Right.
physically there.
yeah.
You can hear him talking.
I think Airden kind of nopes out of it and just his chair of bugs just moves backwards to like another part of the room.
Can I frown and presume he's talking about Chanel, and I'm going to step. Well, I kind of already am in front of him, but much more like protectively shield up, like not a chance kind of stance.
He'll then look at Amy a little funny. This one's changed.
If you want more, then I want more.
More than a restoration of your powers.
that was the original deal for the original price.
What more would my Eden want?
I want to raise the dead. I want to raise the dead. Shut up, Airden. I can see you.
Can Airden just like on his chair move slightly further in again?
He's got like popcorn from somewhere.
Yeah, like.
Hey, these bugs will probably taste really nice.
No. I mean, whoa.
Sorry, I'm kidding. Make me an offer. Restoration of my power, and then what?
I want the blade, Eden. If you are unwilling to power it up for me, then I will simply find a willing participant. Our deal will be concluded, but it will be an innocent, of which you do not know. A good person, for the greater good.
Is that supposed to bother me? Is that
If it does not, then hand over the blade.
The sacrifice isn't what I have the issue with. The issue with is that you've changed the terms and you owe me more than you promised me. And I want to know what you're going to give me for it.
I wanted you to exercise my wish, to demonstrate your loyalty. I also really wanted to take advantage of the sheer magnitude of good in this room. I will take a weaker blade. I would rather have a stronger one. If you would be willing to sacrifice one of the creatures here that... My apologies. People here that possess this great goodness within them, a connection to the higher planes, that would look very good for you.
Okay, sorry, out of character. Is it okay? Am I allowed to, like, I know this might not be like how the story would generally go, but I mean, I feel like this, I mean, I have a couple ideas of how I would do this, but yeah. I would like to, can I not dismiss him, but am I allowed to say I'll think about it and then we
sidebar
can discuss what my options would be? Like, if I don't want to just go in and say like, all right, fine, then screw you, Selendar, which is one of my options, or you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be able to talk that out before I commit to such a big decision. Is that? I'm sorry, I know that sounds...
that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
If we're talking about purely like as a player looking at game mechanics, you wouldn't want a completely like a depowered character, and of course,
yes.
Your patron would mean that a warlock would just not have anything.
Yeah.
I've essentially set up the backup for that. If you were to completely snub Selendar, you would not lose the powers you currently have, and you would still be able to progress. There would be a subtle shift in the source of that power, namely the thing that you have in your hands at the moment. That's if you completely snub Selendar and just be like, you know what, no, I'm keeping this, you can go away. You can either keep the powers entirely as is, or switch to it being a packed weapon type deal. Hex Blade, that's what they're called. Where the weapon is essentially your patron, but you're like self-powering at that point. So that's an option.
Working for a sword. So it would probably be less of a dick, right? Does the sword have like Is the sword a dick? Is the sword going to be a jerk?
The sword is not going to be a jerk.
I have many questions.
Yeah. So like
anyway, so my point here was is like, is it okay like for this moment so that we can move forward with the game? Like, is it like, and then we can discuss this outside of no one else really cares, right? Like, if we can discuss the options about what. So like, can I say like for now, like I'll think about it, and then we can continue, and then I can summon Celadar at another point when we've discussed and I've chosen my path.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I just don't want to hold everything up because I'm.
No, that's
fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think we should discuss in character though, like what we'd actually do with the situation.
What I propose is that Celandar retreats back through the portal that he's made using these routes and things. They're now there, so he can come and go as he pleases, provided that these routes remain there.
So it's kind of like can you just for a few minutes
burn that.
So dismiss him. You guys be alone in this room, and it's basically Anakis maintaining this fire at the door to keep these spirits out, while everyone else has a short rest and discusses their options. In the meantime, we could also go for our short rest, go on the break, and then come back and discuss things in character after having discussed things out of character during the break.
Okay.
Awesome. So that's what will happen. Celandar will keep a stern face, and he will maintain eye contact for as long as he can with Eden as he retreats back to the vines, and then turns his back on her entirely and sort of lowers his head, moves through the portal.
As soon as he's through those vines.
As soon as he's all the way through the portal, Zagrell will then let out a big sigh. Room was very stuffy with him about, wasn't it?
I was going to let him meet you.
We will, in fact, stop there for our break. Thank you, everyone that has been joining us so far. Again, we apologise for all the technical issues that we've been suffering just now, but it's not a usual thing.
Everything seems good now.
Yes, everything seems good now. We're going to go get ourselves a cup of tea and refresh. We'll be about 10-15 minutes at the most. So you guys go and get yourselves some drinks and some snacks, and we'll be back in a jiff.
Cool.
The thing. Okay. Did you say okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting over the break. We are about to drop back in. And now you can see our lovely faces and hear our lovely voices. Hello!
Hello again. Almost all of us.
Yes. Kerry is, again, experiencing technical difficulties that we are still attempting to rectify. Kerry's like the one that never gets technical issues as well.
Yeah. But she also knows all the stuff about
the Discord thing.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
So are we thinking we're going to do that at the end?
We'll update everyone on what's going on there. I understand that there's the briefest overview is that people in this Discord can gain XP, and you can like play games over voice and chat and things. And you're gaining XP by watching this stream, which gets used in the Discord. The specifics on how that works, Kerry briefed me, and I have promptly not remembered all of the details. So I will get the information from her, and either she will return over the course of the stream, or we'll let you know at the end of the session. But yes, the Discord link is in the title of this stream, so be sure to go and give that a check, see what's kicking over there, and yeah, get yourself into some games. We were at a nice lull point after the combat. There are ghostly shadows clamouring at the other side of a massive stone door, but there's fires keeping them at bay. Those fires being maintained by Anakis. The entire party is taking part in a short rest, so you're resting for about an hour. You get to spend hit dice to heal up if you want. Some special abilities get recharged during short rests, like Warlock spells and that sort of thing.
How many hit dice, just to check, how many can you spend? All of them?
You can spend all of them. What you do is
you
roll one hit die, add your constitution modifier, heal that much, and if you want to spend another one, you can do it. And you keep going like that until you've healed as much as you can, or you've run out of hit dice.
Yeah, and we get all the hit dice back at a long rest.
That's correct.
Right, I should know that. Okay, cool.
Well, technically you get like half your hit dice back on a long rest, but we're not terribly high level, so that doesn't make a lot of difference. Not yet, anyway.
Okay.
Alright. So we had just defeated Zagrell, or Lurgas as he was originally called. He's currently bound, thanks to Anakis. Selendar, the Fey patron, managed to portal his way into the room, again, thanks to Anakis. And Eden currently has the Fey Blade, the fabled weapon that is sought after by demons and Fey patrons alike. Airden is king of the bugs. And Amy recently unleashed a side of herself previously unseen by the party and unknown to her generally. So yeah, that's where we currently are. The party is going to discuss what to do now.
More importantly, can I somehow manage to trip up Xander with the bugs?
Priorities.
Yeah, kind of casually.
Sitting on your bug sofa.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it's a bug shade long.
I was going to say, does it transform from a throne into a Shaylong?
Yeah. And Airden doesn't actually move himself.
Moves.
Yeah.
He just sort of moves and the bugs move with him.
He's like snapping. Just like...
Yeah. Airden is
Are we taking these bugs with us? Please tell us we're not.
I don't think I'll be able. That's why he's enjoying them so much now. I don't think they're going to.
He's
had a really bad time, and he's finally got a little bit of like some power and some fun.
Well,
broken.
I suppose after Farouche, you've got to take advantage of these things.
So I think I'm going to be healing and trying to work out how I can help this guy on the altar.
Right.
So the one who was sacrificed, or the one who was being sacrificed?
Being sacrificed.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like to see anyone get hurt, really.
Anakis, give me either a nature or a medicine check.
Medicine +7.
Alright.
And I'm proficient. I think that's how I just got my bonus added onto it.
That would make sense.
Yeah. 14.
And that's medicine.
Mm.
This guy is being held together by some magical force. He's exhausted to the point that you reckon if you were to exercise whatever force is keeping him together from him, that he would need long-term medical care. It will take him weeks, if not months, to recover. And that's just to the point where he'll be able to walk on his own. Hey, we have a Kerry.
Yay!
Hello.
How you doing, Kerry?
She don't think she can hear us yet, can she?
Doesn't seem that way.
Can you hear us?
There we go. Now I can.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's all
I'm
good.
now
Okay.
using and holding my phone for the next hour, so that's going to be fun.
Just can you not put it down somewhere?
Yeah, prop it up on something. You'll be fine. There's no rush. You just take a moment just to like prop it up somewhere comfy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You turn it on its side as well, if it's easy. Yeah, that's a little bit better for us.
Sorry, carry on.
It's all right.
Yeah, we're quite content. Just we're working through stuff, waiting for you to get back before we do the big kind of soap opera like drama bit.
Okay. Everything is a stress. Everything is a stress.
There you go.
That's brilliant.
It's fine. All sorted. All done.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Also means I can't see the Twitch chat, so
I've got it up, don't worry.
okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm going to investigate this guy. So, if I exercise this demon, he's going to die.
Unless you're willing to start palliative care.
Okay. So the best thing to do is just to sort of let him go, isn't it, really?
I think the bugs are just like crawling like bugs.
No.
Yes. Okay.
I'm just maybe going to put something together and let him just drift to sleep peacefully.
Is this the demon guy?
This is the guy on the altar.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't listen to. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Yeah,
No, it's okay.
the
Yeah, it's
Is it
the
zombie demon dude.
Right, and is the girl dead?
Not yet.
not yet.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to let him peacefully go to sleep and not wake back up.
Close his eyes.
Yeah. And go, there. Nutkin squeaking in his ear.
So, you basically just like calming him down until he just sort of like
Yeah, drifts off.
yeah. Right.
But then we need to exercise this demon, don't we?
Oh,
As well. Or can we just leave him?
you can just leave him when he dies. He dies.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right. You are there along with Nutkin while he has his final moments. You can see the panic in his eyes slowly relax. He's accepting what's going on. His breathing slows. And even though he can't say anything, you can tell that he's grateful that you're just there with him. This is a happy stream. So, Between Amy, Eden, Airden, Anakis, Xander, and Shaniel, there are things to talk about.
Can I just a question? Well, I guess I should say it's in character. Lurgas, what are we doing with him? Just before we move on to other weightier things. I mean, you know, he's good as gone. Let's just let him go. Everyone agreed?
Do we know exactly why he needed the blade, and like, do we want any information out of him or not?
Is he conscious just now, Drew? Yeah.
Yeah.
Lurgas, why did you want the blade?
I will lift my foot ever so slightly off his neck. Slightly.
Zagrell! The name.
Oh, whatever.
I wanted the blade because it is coveted.
Okay. What were you going to do with it?
I hadn't decided. I was going to taint it. And then I was considering maybe facing my father. Or teaming up with him. I hadn't decided.
Okay. The next question is, who's your father? Someone we know? You know that, like, you know, we're just kind of getting information from you and then we're going to kill you. You're not really giving us much, like, you know, reason to prolong your life. We could just... I've got all these bugs here, and the bugs creep forward a little bit.
What a way to go.
You perhaps don't have any reason to keep me alive as far as the blade is concerned. But I'm fairly certain that the Pengthan elves to the north would like an explanation as to why Eden went to them and committed a few... Well, atrocities is a strong word.
Can I take just like the flat of the sword and like whack it into his head?
Yeah.
That
is not the way to treat a prisoner.
Turn to look at Eden.
It wasn't actually me. What part of him taking my face don't you remember?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds like something I would do, but I didn't actually do it.
Okay. Okay. Right,
like,
that's my vote to kill him. Everyone else?
All in favor of killing him?
Aye.
I mean, I'm at a loss of how to help redeem this guy, but it goes against...
Yeah.
I feel like if I vote to kill him, that's almost breaking my oath.
We did try. We gave him a chance to redeem himself already, and look what happened.
What does he actually want? Does he just want to spread evil across the world and kill his town?
It seems to be his described agenda so far, although you know, no one's taken him out for a nice meal and really got to know the guy, you know.
I tried and he took my face. I slept with him, okay? Like, if that doesn't do it, then nothing will.
Yeah. Just takes a step back. Oh my god.
Sorry, no, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not saying that out loud. Sorry, out of character. Out of character. Sorry, not out of character. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm not saying
that. Tell you what. Someone give me either a persuasion or intimidation check. Let's see if we can get
neither of which I am good at.
I have really good intimidation.
Go for it.
Do it.
Right, see what happens.
22.
Oh, yeah, 19.
19 and a 22. Is that both intimidation?
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
bad cop and bad cop.
Nutkin's there like,
That went under my laptop. There we go. Let's reroll that.
Also, for those that aren't aware, Nutkin is my little pet squirrel.
Oh yes.
I keep referring to Nutkin. This is my little pet squirrel.
That Drew has been.
Do his voice, Drew.
Sorry?
Do his voice.
Nutkin's voice.
Yeah. Entertain the people.
It takes me a second.
Also Welsh.
No. Oh, I can't remember. Was he Welsh?
He
I don't
wasn't.
know.
He wasn't Welsh. I don't know if I can do Welsh combined with that voice.
Welsh squirrel.
Yes. What we're discussing at the moment is a while ago, Anakis was using Speak with Animals and was learning from the nearby forest creatures that there's been like minor disturbances and things, and that a lot of the creatures have been migrating. And Anakis then decided to speak to Nutkin, who we'd never spoken to over the run of the series so far. And the choice of voice for Nutkin was one that was apparently rather entertaining.
Maybe
I think it should only be.
one day.
Yeah, I think it should only be brought out when it's like in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's needed.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of pressure and you need to practice the Nutkin voice.
Yeah.
I remind yourself of what it actually.
Tell you what, we will make a reason for Nutkin to speak for the next session. So if people want to see
I feel like we need
Nutkin's
to get
voice,
the clip. I think we need to snippet the clip and just have that bit.
just have Nutkin's.
Yeah.
Oh, we could share that on Instagram, I suppose. Yeah.
All right. So what was the result from those rolls? What?
He maintains a solid control over his face. You can tell that he's practiced in keeping a poker face going. He still looks happy, but he does confess that he got excited being broken out of prison when he was approached by what he initially thought was his brother, and he then found that it was not Merca Edel, but rather some other manner of creature that freed him. He knew that there were opportunities for him, but he didn't know which one to take advantage of first. He took the Fey Blade to get revenge against his family. He then realized that there was another brother that he could manipulate and pretend to be, and so imprisoned him. And then when he learned more about what the Fey Blade did, he decided that he would take off with it. And it was when Selendar approached the nobles of Tharansari and offered them more power, he got intrigued and decided to stick around a little while longer.
Can I ask, what is it that he learned that the blade did?
He will tell you that the blade is something of a relic from an older age. It is considered by some to be a key, something that opens a door or a portal to some great heavenly place. He knows that Selendar wants it for his own protection. It can destroy demons. It can destroy angels. It just depends on who's wielding it.
And does he know, has taking the soul of an evil or a good thing, does that decide what it would be used to slay? So if it took a good soul, is it like an angel killing soul, angel killing blade, or is it a...
Yeah, I was wondering how that worked.
It's one that is powered by sacrifice, and so if an angel is killed with the blade first, the blade will be infused with angelic powers, and so will kill demons far easier. And then when it's past 100 years and it needs to take in a new soul, If you then kill a demon with it first, it's then an angel killing weapon.
So, but we're still, but you can still kill other things with it.
Yes,
as long as you're not killing an angel or a demon with it.
Yeah, that's right. So it's
Because
basically
the first thing that you kill either has to be, and then that will determine the next 100 years of the sword, right?
yes, but you can still kill like orcs and skeletons and all sorts of other things with it. Yeah.
I'll turn to Eden. Do you think it's really a good idea to let him have the sword? Because we don't really know what he's going to do with it, and it sounds powerful to put into the hands of someone we don't know if we can trust. Eden? I can't see other people on this. I can only see the last person who was talking. So
Oh,
Sorry.
I can't tell if you're doing like facial expressions or anything. So
I didn't realise, Kerry.
oh, there we go.
No, I agree with you.
Plus, is killing something good, like for the sake of good, really good? You know, does it make it a good blade then? Really?
Well, we're all presuming that I just let you kill me with it. I mean, you know.
What? Why would we kill you with it?
Wait, you said that it had to be. You had to sacrifice someone who's okay. Doesn't matter.
Adam, did you think that you were the source of good in this?
No,
Because I don't think you were the source of good in this. No offense.
Anyway,
and I point at the bugs. I mean,
I'll just play with my bugs for a bit. I'll just busy myself in the corner or something.
Someone give Airden a juice box and set him in the corner. You stay there, sweetheart. We'll be back, okay?
Airden goes as red as it's possible for Airden to go.
Sheniel posits that perhaps since he's not meant to be here, that the entire discussion has just ended, and he offer up himself. And while the body will be destroyed, he's confident, although not certain, that his spirit will just return to Celestia.
no.
Xander will then propose an alternative. What if we don't kill an angel or a demon? What about a Fey?
Interesting.
Who?
Go on.
I mean, I think he means Eden's friend.
Oh. Eden?
I'm listening.
I just mean, if it is a good thing that is killed, it's then a good sword. If it's a bad thing killed, it's a bad sword. That's probably why he was trying to kill this demon-infused evil thing in an evil temple.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to make the sword really evil.
Hmm.
You're calendar guy.
Can I just like subtly high five Santa?
Now you guys are friends.
He's neither. He's almost definitionally a neutral party. The Fey, we are taught, are arbiters in a lot of cases, especially when it comes to forces of the natural world. Demons and angels aren't part of the natural world. They're from other places.
It's called the Fey Blade. Maybe that's what it was originally made for.
I'll ask this, as no one else has said it. What would happen to your little friend, Eden? You know, the little tree thing.
And Enver?
Yeah.
We've been traveling with him for months. He has a name.
Well, you know, I mean, whatever.
Enver will make a gesture as though he's biting his thumb at you.
The bugs kind of just like raise behind me threateningly. Like, are they not connected in some way? I mean, I asked this out of some form of concern.
Enver assures Eden on their own little private telepathic link that he works for Selendar, but he's not animated by Selendar. He would still survive, but Enver's against the idea of killing Selendar. He's not his biggest fan at the moment, especially since Selendar threatened him, but they've still been working together for a while.
I say we just do ip dip do.
No.
Ip dip do. And choose it that way. No?
Nope.
Never mind then. Right, who are we killing? Come on.
Ross, no.
This is way out of my league. I don't understand anything about this. So
Well-
you guys pick and I'll help.
Do we have to?
Or, you know, we can just not kill anybody. We could try and destroy the sword and take it away from anybody.
Huh.
Why does it have to be that we have to choose to kill someone? Why don't we choose to stop the killing and destroy the sword?
Could just carry it with us.
Yeah, throw it into a volcano, you know.
Yeah.
Why do we have to have like this ultimatum basically to choose who dies?
But it could be a tool for great good. It could, you know.
There are other tools that won't necessarily mean killing someone we know or care about, or killing, you know, anyone.
But this could think of the greater good, like the net gain. You know, this could be a sword that for the next 100 years is a amazing weapon for, you know, ridding the world of demons and evil.
But Zagrell said people are going to come after it. Whoever has it are going to constantly have people coming after them. Someone is always going to want it, and it's always going to be like bad guys are going to want it too. And the people who are like good guys aren't necessarily going to use it for good either. I think the world is safer without an extra magic killing weapon that could fall into the hands of demons.
Who has the sword just now, Drew? Is it Eden?
Eden, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
I say we destroy it. That's my vote.
How?
Well, we have to work that out, but I'm sure there's probably a way.
Xander will, mostly to stoke the fire a bit further, remind Amy of what he considers her having thrown in his face a few weeks back, that there's this prophecy.
I don't think this is the sword.
I was about to ask what Xander thinks of all this.
Are you sure this isn't the sword, Amy? The sword that you're supposed to use to kill Begazul?
I don't think it's the sword. I think there'll be other swords. We've still got this Ayala sword, Blood Queen woman, whatever she is, to track down. There's other demon killing swords.
But you are essentially telling me that Begazul, the demon that possessed me and used me, I just need to run this blade through that annoying guy, and he points to Sheniel, and then I can just use the sword to kill him.
One, we don't know if that's how it works. Two, there is no way I'm letting you near him with that sword.
Can we just maybe put it back in the royal vault for now?
They'll come and get it. Someone will come and get it. I think it's safer on us until we decide what to do with it.
Okay.
So what do we do about all these demons then?
Oh, we can kill this guy. You can kill this guy easily. Selendar? I don't know, Eden. How can you I don't know. How are you with, all that if you I don't know. How are things for you if you don't give him the sword?
Probably not great. To put it mildly, but that's all right. I mean, there's other patrons out there. That's fine.
I can recommend a great one.
Sheniel.
Don't give me in the bugs.
Sheniel will chime in at this point. I believe that despite Selendar claiming that Eden relies on him, he also relies on her. A patron very rarely releases a warlock until the deeds are done. If he's taken an elf as a warlock, he's likely banking on her extended lifespan. I would not be so hasty to assume that Eden, regardless of her actions today, would lose the favour of Fey.
She'd just be in the bad books for a while.
That would be my assumption, yes.
Right.
I vote that we should keep it honest. Eden, are you okay to carry it with you, and we can all decide as a group what to do with it?
Yeah.
I don't really see any alternative.
Yeah.
I think we need to get out of this place first.
Yeah.
This place isn't so bad.
There are shadows on the other side of this door.
We need to deal with those creepy looking shadows, don't we? How many were there? Did
Me
you
and
know?
the bugs could probably deal with them.
They're shadows.
You
Well.
didn't count exactly how many shadows there were, but there was certainly more than a handful.
I think there's more bugs.
Xander will also roll his eyes. So we're just kicking the problem down the road. We're going to keep the sword, get hunted down.
I mean,
Yeah.
who's going to hunt us, do you think?
I mean,
Realistically, who knows that we've got the sword? Other than the
Zagrell
people.
will then chuckle. A few people.
Xander, this might be good. People will be hunting us, and then you can... It's bringing the bad guys to us, for you to kill them. There we go.
Think of it that way.
Yeah.
I may have made myself known when I visited the city of Irenes. You know that one, don't you, Eden? Irenes is a city run by the Pengthan Elves. They're a rival family to the Ed Elves. They have the largest holdings in the region. They have 5 cities that they control.
For now.
Yes, for now. Yes, Zagrell essentially reveals that he, disguised as you, was flaunting this blade about.
cool. Oh, right. We'll just deal with it later. I think the more pressing thing right now is to get out of this place and get back on the road. Like, we've got other stuff that we need to do. We can, Eden can think it over. At the end of the day, it's her decision. I mean, I vote for we destroy it and we don't let anyone use it. But my main thing is no one is touching Sheniel with that sword, at all. They have to go through me first, basically. But other than that, I just kind of want to get out of here. Can Zagrell call off the shadows? We let him live?
Yes. I
Not
could
under
try.
my command. I
Who's
controlled the zombies. These things.
So
Not mine.
who controls the shadows then? I bet it's that. No, never mind.
They just live here.
They are residents and worshippers of Ayala.
Oh,
Airden.
we're probably. Well, you know. Let's just open the door.
I feel like if you can control the bugs, so surely you can control the shadows.
Yeah, and if not, I'm sure me and the bugs could, you know, be
But these
fine
bugs-
against the shadows.
Are those bugs coming everywhere with us now?
I have a strong suspicion they're not going to be able to leave this room.
Like, this is Airden's familiar. A million bugs.
This swarm.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay, let's go open the
genuinely,
door.
Erden's voting for opening the door.
Alright.
Are we
Yeah, well,
killing
it's-
Lurgas?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like yes. Amy doesn't want to say to kill someone, so
Amy,
Gonna
we
stay
can do
quiet.
it democratically, so you can vote to keep him alive and save him, and we can all vote to kill him.
okay, fine. But yeah, do it as a vote.
Yay! I presume everyone's voting to kill him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Xander would point out that Amy
Drew.
entering into this discussion knowing it is not a good thing, but then Sheniel will just smack him upside the head.
Yes, yes, Jenny. Ah,
Okay.
I like having an impish character around.
Can I offer to let Xander do it? I don't have any other knives, do I?
Ooh. I'm not sure. Do you have any other like weapons and things on you?
No.
Nope.
Look, I'm a caster. I don't.
Xander excitedly will slowly draw a dagger out, and then as he's standing over Zagrell, will shift it into his other hand, and then slowly take Eden's hand and place it on the pommel.
This is so romantic. I mean, like in a. Wait, that wasn't the word, was it? Sorry. I mean. Yeah. No. Fine. Yep.
And then together, the blade is sunk into his throat. Zagrell dies.
All right. One less problem.
As is tradition, can I burn the bodies?
There is currently a bonfire near the door.
Right.
There
Does
we
he
go.
have? Does he have anything on him first?
He
As
does.
is tradition, we don't check before we burn.
No, that's your tradition, Airden.
Let's burn him and then find out if he's an important person or carcass that we need.
Yep. I've never done that before.
He does, in fact, have some equipment on him. He has in a small pouch on his belt. He has a small writ, a small letter that is a warning, saying that if Eden is to ever set foot in the city again, she will be immediately arrested and put on trial. There is also a token that he wears on a bracelet. It's a small metal circular charm. Yeah, that's it. He's got like no. He doesn't have a great
Now
deal
you
of
can-
clothes, really.
Drag him into the fire, Airden.
Yep, him and the one on the altar.
Both bodies. So as they're both
wait, you
dragged-
said that. I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. Whatever, it's done now.
As both bodies are brought over to the bonfire, right in front of the door, they slowly but surely begin to burn away. The smoke.
The demon's going to escape or something.
The smoke begins to fill the room, and as tall as the room is, the smoke begins to thicken and lower down. You are essentially putting yourselves into a giant hotbox.
Let's open. Right, I'm going to cast Control Flame. No, I'm going to use Control Flames and just put the fire out.
Okay.
Dim it down.
Sure.
Into the south.
2 smoking corpses. The smoke level is now reasonably under control. You've got a layer, a buffer of breathable air. But yeah, you've got this choking black smoke filling the air above you.
Open the door, I think.
Yeah.
You ready for shadowy boys?
I think we should just try and run past them.
Oh, I was going to try and like speak to them or something.
You can try. Yeah, I mean,
Drew,
you might be out of control. To be fair,
I mean, Drew has got the biggest smirk on his face right now. He knows full well what's going to happen.
Well, yeah.
I've got no idea what's going to happen, but I think Airden would. I think Airden's probably feeling a bit like false confidence just now because he's got the bugs and he's like feeling a bit. I don't know.
Loves those bugs.
And the last 2 stupid things he tried that he didn't think really would worked. So.
Sure. Open the door. We open the door.
All right. So who's opening? Because remember, it's a big, heavy, weighty door. So whoever's opening the door is likely not going to be the person who will first be able to go through the door.
I'll do it. I think Amy is feeling a little bit sort of. She's even though short rested, she's still feeling a little bit like dazed and a little bit like spacey. But I will. Yeah, I'll go and try and pull the door open.
Okay. Sheniel will be right next to you, helping out. Xander will be there holding 2 daggers ready, sort of in a boxer ready stance.
They're a shadow. We can't stab them.
You never know.
Okay. Do you need a roll? Or you're just going to say
opening
open
the
it?
door? Yeah, I was just going to say because you've got the time to do it. You're not in any rush. The door slowly grinds open. Airden sees that on the other side it is black.
Oh.
There is no light in this other room.
I slowly walk forward.
As soon as he walks forward, I'm going to just create another line of bonfire.
I think. Ooh. Can I put my hand out for her casting that spell before she does it?
It's a cantrip, so...
yeah, but my concern is that it's the lights that create the shadows. The shadows might not be there if there's no light source.
Oh, that's clever.
I don't know if that's true. Like, that's not like playing knowledge. I don't know that. I'm just thinking lights create shadows. We don't want shadows. Creating bonfire might be a problem.
Okay. Do I get any sense of any fear from opening this door? Is there any fear, wildy vibes going on?
No. Behind you from the shrine on the altar, you're still getting that sort of sucking empty feeling from it. But everything else just feels like it's a place.
Okay.
Does anything happen as he steps in?
Yeah, I think I just step forward into the darkness, just like
It
apprehensively
feels
a bit, but
very cold. You can see your breath hanging in the air.
nothing else.
You don't feel anything else.
But I feel like the bonfire kept them at bay before.
Yeah, but if nothing is happening...
What are the bugs doing? Can they follow me through the door?
The bugs can follow you through the door.
Why don't you have the bugs go first?
Yes, all the bugs will go. I'll
Off you go.
have all the bugs stream out through the door and kind of just spread out in front of me.
All right. A carpet of bugs moves across the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You see the remnants of burnt tapestries and oil paintings
Yeah.
around the The wall, the stars that studded the ceiling are now blackened out from smoke and fire damage.
Aldrich's plans are ripped up. And
Yep.
So he's getting across the room fine.
He is.
Oh, I've
getting
got
across the
dark
room fine.
vision.
He does have dark vision, so you're able to like see that there's burn damage and stuff, but you don't see any figures in the room.
I'll just beckon to him. It's fine.
Yeah, I think we might be okay. I think in like sort of dazedness, I'm gonna sort of take Chanel's arm as like support slightly, but then gonna walk us into the room. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This circular orrery room that you're travelling through then abuts to a long corridor which you travel through to get here, either side of which were two chambers. The direction that you're currently going in, if you move to the chamber to your left, that will lead to the room with the cage where you found the slightly less than coherent person that seemed to know Amy and Eden. And to your right will be the room that was initially on your left and was full of smoke and some strange orange lights, and that was never explored at all.
It was the door. So the first circle room.
Mm-hmm.
The door was slowly closing, wasn't it? Is that just open now?
That is just open now.
Interesting. Okay. We need to go rescue the priest. Obviously. So I think we should go and get him on the way and then leave.
If you want him, I can send the bugs. They can go get him.
Maybe
My
we
best
should
friends.
physically go and get him. I don't.
Yeah, the bugs can go and bring him back. There seemed to be some difficulty between you and him. Then.
Let's just physically get him. Send the bugs.
Fine.
Thank you, though.
Come on, bugs.
Can I go and pick him up on the way?
You approach the doorway. The cage is open and empty.
Okay. I'm going to keep an eye out for his body, but I feel like he might have just left.
Alright. Anyone wanting to do anything with the other room on the other side, or are we just leaving?
Yes, Drew, we'll go and check the other room.
It's just a genuine question. You don't have to.
No, I would
leave.
genuinely be interested in checking that now. I can't remember why we didn't. I think there was more pressing stuff at first, but like now there's not as pressing thing. I don't know about everyone else, but like, I don't want to check out the room.
Check out the room.
I feel Airden feels invincible. He's got an army of like a swarm
Oh my
of
God.
bugs.
An army of bugs.
Anything on. Yeah. Airden's definitely going to go in and check it.
Inside this room, it's still full of very thick smoke. There are incense sticks that you can smell burning in a corner. There's this sort of very cloying, sweet smell in this smoke. But you can see small little orange lights. There's one orange light to your left in what is obviously the corner of the room. You're seeing some of the light reflect off the stone, and a separate light to the right. Moving towards the one to the right, you see that it's just a set of candles on a tall metal stick. So a candelabra, very tall one. Behind it on the wall is not papyrus. What do you call it now? Paper of an old kind. It's
Scroll.
Thank you.
Parchment.
Scroll parchment. It's a roll of paper that is attached to the wall. There is on the floor a scroll tube where you could roll it up and keep it. But this has what appears to be a family tree. But it has names that you may not recognise. You may recognise, depends on how up on certain family trees and history you are. But it's,
Yes, I do an investigation or something.
you could do a history skill check.
Sure.
I might join you in that actually.
Yeah.
I'm probably not up on it, but
Yeah, you can both make a check. See who gets that one.
10.
What did you get, Daniel? Sorry.
15.
15. So Anakis, having a look at it, she'll recognise a few forenames. So there's no strong connection made, but she recognises these as dwarven names. Airden will recognise some of the family names as well, and one dynasty in particular, one branch, he recognises as fairly recent. Certainly within the last couple of 100 years. So whoever left this parchment here filled in the family tree until fairly recently. It's a family tree of the Dwarven royal line.
Is it valuable in any way? I don't think there's any. I don't think.
Can I make some money on
To be
this?
honest, yeah, I don't think.
I mean, it may be valuable to the right person, but not to the average person on the street. You wouldn't be able to sell this in a market, but you could fetch a fair amount of coin if it was some sort of, librarian or fact keeper, sage or something. Yeah, you could get a few hundred gold for it.
Yeah, I think Airden would probably take it.
Cool. An archivist or something. Take it down, roll it up. You've got a handy dandy scroll case to keep it in. Towards the other light, who wants to approach the other light? Or who wants to approach it first?
I'll go. That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I feel like you baited me into that, Drew.
Anyone could have said me.
Oh no. 4. That would be a 4.
As you get closer to this particular candle, you get this intense sense of vertigo. You struggle to maintain your footing, and you collapse down to one knee before throwing up the contents of the last set of rations you consumed. As you are slowly getting control of your senses and the room is slowing its spin, you see the vague form of an orb on a table.
Okay. Was it the candle that did this to me, or was it the orb? Can I blow out the candle?
Yeah, you can blow out the candle. The candle goes out, and now you've got the vague sense of this orb, but it's now
Does
so
it feel
dark and
like
full of fog.
Does it feel like the kind of sickeningness is gone now the candle's out, or?
No, you're still feeling quite queasy.
Okay, probably wasn't the candle then.
Eden and Anakis, are you still outside, or have you guys come in?
I'm standing at the doorway.
Like,
like a room filled with smoke and lights. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm staying. I'm
Oh,
with
thank
Aiden
you.
on this. No, I am comfortable with trees, not with temples and demons
Okay.
and shit.
Yeah.
Are you okay? What's going on?
Yeah, just feel a bit sick. Do I have I don't know, go just get a cloth or something and throw it over the orb and then take it.
Sheniel will come over and give you the shirt he was wearing.
Alright. I'm okay with that. Amy's very awkward. You're supposed to keep your clothes on. What's the point of them? But okay, thank you.
It's very warm down here.
Yep.
He then,
refraining from saying things. Just got a bit hotter.
he throws the shirt over the orb, and almost immediately you feel your symptoms lessening.
Cool. I take the orb in the shirt.
You take the orb. There is a sudden rush of wind that blows through the corridor and bends into the room, gathering all the thick smoke and wafting it out. Along this wind are small whispers, and then they're gone.
What did they say anything, or
It was incoherent whispering.
okay, creepy? Let's go. Let's leave.
Yeah, me and the bugs will, start moving out, I guess, towards the exit of the temple. I say temple, the big underground where we are.
Yeah, the underground temple shrine. The bugs will continue to follow you. You exit through the main door into the sort of antechamber at the base of this pit that had been dug out with the helix walkway down, and the bugs remain. You still have this array of bodies. They are still standing, and they are still statuesque.
Can everyone go ahead? I'll see you in a moment. I just see you. I'll just take up the rear.
Okay.
Are they
Start
all,
up the stairs.
are they all
Start walking.
Shania will start walking with everyone else. Xander will hesitate for a moment, look Airden up and down, and then just shake his head and walk up.
I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'll just stand. I'll move back in just inside the thing and just stand amongst the bugs just one last time and just, I don't know.
Give him a hug.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll conjure like the bugs up into the shape of a person.
That's the saddest thing.
I'll double check to make sure that no one can see, and then Airden will hug them.
Nutkin sort of in my ear, and I turn around and I see Airden hugging this grey.
Right, Drew, interfere.
No, I like the fact that Nutkin saw this.
And then ratted you out.
I just sort of go,
I think Nutkin will see this, and Anakis will just catch like the tail end of this, and so won't be certain of what's been seen.
Yeah.
I think that's the what works best for everyone.
I'll leave the bugs.
What a sad sack, Airden.
I'll leave the bugs and follow everyone else.
When you mentally think that you are going to leave the bugs then scatter back through the door in a carpet, disappearing into the shrine.
Not even like a... Okay.
They'll take a form.
They don't stop and look back.
They do not stop and look back.
Fine. It's just the same as everyone else.
Why didn't you put one in a jar? You should have brought it with you.
No. Separate them from everyone else.
Oh. Okay.
As you begin your ascent up the Helix walkway, you see that it is beginning to crest dawn. There is pale purple light to the sky, and the sun is rising. There is the sound of birds.
yay!
There is a smell of freshness to the air as you reach the surface. And then, as you reach the very top, and you look out over the waste of the battlefield, where you'd fought demons and these zombie creatures, down into the pit, where there's this temple of evil still down there. Everyone looks to the horizon and wonders where they're going to go next on their journey. We're going to end the session there.
Oh, what? We're 10 minutes early, and we started late.
I kind of feel
Drew might not have any material. Let him finish.
Airden runs back down and fucks about with the bugs for another 10 minutes.
I realised we were late, but unfortunately we won't be able to stay on much beyond 11. So as much as we have 10 minutes left, trying to squeeze.
We need to do the Discord thing, don't we?
It's a good.
Yes. So, yeah, Kerry, what's going on with this Discord thing? I gave a as good an approximation of a description of what was going on as I could remember.
I have no idea what you said, so should I just pretend?
We didn't really say anything, to be fair.
Yeah. Pretend nothing was said. Kerry,
Okay.
what's this Discord thing?
So we teamed up with tonight just a little nerd on Instagram who runs the Tavern, which is a Discord channel for playing D&D basically, and also like talking about everything. Pretty much they have channels for all sorts of conversations, and you can go on there and you can play D&D with people. I think there's like text-based ones and also voice chat ones, I think. And yeah, so you earn XP for doing challenges, and there are giveaways, things like that, and the XP gets you various perks on there. And so it was set up so that watching this show tonight can earn you XP. So we've already given a couple of queues throughout the evening. I'm going to say this as the last queue, so I'm not going to put it in chat because I can't, but take this as the last queue to go on to I think it's bot test channel, and type in the queue and get your XP. And if you are not on there already, I think there's like a link on our description below, and we'll link to it on the YouTube one as well, to go on and join it and play some D&D.
Yeah,
basically.
Sounds awesome.
It does.
It sounds interesting.
I am going to go and try that because I have been like the last 3 weeks or something. My social media engagement and usage has just been horrendously bad, but that is thankfully coming to an end. I've been organising some free summer D&D games for kids in the area, and that's been taking up a lot of my time. But now that that time is freeing up, I will go and join the Discord. I feel like that'll be a fun place to hang out.
And thank you everyone, all the new people watching today.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
We also, for all the new people, we also have, if you want to go back and catch up on stuff, we have all what you're watching now, Drew edits into edited YouTube versions. And we also have a podcast audio one as well, where it's all split up into individual episodes and is edited down a lot as well. Just in case you want to kind of go back and find out what the hell we're talking about for all the weird characters who have like 2 different names.
Yeah. It was a bit of an emo edgelordy type guy, was Zagrell. It was like, no mum, that's not going to be my name, it's going to be this awesome demon name.
And it just wasn't.
No, it was just his name backwards.
We never did find out who his dad was, did we?
No, he didn't say who his dad was.
Oh well.
Never mind. That's one thing we forgot to ask. We're not very good at this, are we?
No.
Investigation malarkey. We're just going to kill a load of people and then afterwards we're like, oh yeah, we didn't do that, did we? No, never mind. Found some bodies. Oh, we didn't check the bodies, did we? Useless. We are the worst party. We are the worst.
Oh, we're okay. We've managed to get this far.
Oh gosh.
I mean,
Everyone's still alive.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the worst part.
Yeah.
You know, you can easily like ride horses and stuff. You haven't hurt any horses by riding them, have you?
We'd ride them for 5 minutes and then fall off.
Yeah, I tried to ride that horse up the hill in like episode 2.
Did you also hug the horse?
No,
Airden,
Airden tried to secretly cast a spell on it to like protect it.
Oh yeah, Airden has mommy issues.
Wasn't it really a proper like judgmental horse? And didn't actually.
I don't think so. I think it was a fairly normal, nice horse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I've got that from him. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah,
Cool.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Go back, watch previous episodes if you enjoyed it. Join us next time also if you enjoyed it. And yeah, down the road we'll get some more Nutkin voice going on.
Yeah.
But we'll find out what does the party do with the Fey Blade. Are they going to uncover more secrets about it? Are they going to choose a direction for it to go? Are they going to try and destroy it and simply get a different demon-killing weapon? What is the deal with this orb? Are they going to go and meet dwarves at some point? Maybe make use of this family tree? What did Amy turn into? What is going to be Eden's relationship with her patron from now on? Is Airden going to be a bug collector? All this and more. I feel that's the real pressing one. But yeah, thank you guys. We are going to sign off just now. Have a wonderful evening, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
you